The semicolon can be a useful punctuation tool if you learn to use it correctly. When used incorrectly, however, the semicolon can disturb the flow of your writing and make it difficult for readers to understand your ideas. So how and when should you use semicolons? Semicolons can be used in two instances: to separate a large list and to separate related independent clauses in the same sentence. Let's look at a few examples of each. First, a semicolon can be used to add clarity to a large list. Example A states, "I have lived in Chicago, Illinois, Cedar Rapids, Iowa, Fairfield, Iowa, and New York, New York." Notice that the details in example A are made clearer by use of the semicolon to separate the city from the state. Example B, however, is more confusing because it is difficult to tell whether or not I am listing cities and states together or separately. The second instance that a semicolon can be used is to separate two independent clauses in the same sentence. Remember that an independent clause contains a subject and a predicate and can stand alone as a complete sentence. The benefit of using a semicolon to separate two independent clauses is to imply a relationship between them without explicitly stating so. Let's look at example A. Next weekend, I plan to go hiking. Hiking is one of my favorite activities. Notice that if we took the semicolon away and added a period instead, both clauses would still make sense and would stand alone as complete sentences. If you can take away the semicolon in your own writing and still have each clause stand by itself, that means you're using a semicolon correctly. However, if one of the clauses is dependent, you may not use a semicolon to combine the two. Look at example B. Next weekend, I plan to go hiking, which is one of my favorite activities. The phrase, "which is one of my favorite activities," is not an independent clause because there is no subject. Therefore, a semicolon cannot be used. Be careful when you use semicolons in your own writing and make sure that you truly need one. When in doubt, fall back on a solution that you're more comfortable with. Use a comma or start a new sentence. At the end of the day, a semicolon won't make you look any more credible than a comma. All that really matters is that your writing is clear and easily understood. Thanks again for watching. Check out the links I've added to the video description for some fun graphics and other resources on semicolons.